Shalom, Betsy. Welcome back to my channel. I am Yara. So, why am I called Yara? Well, most people, they're named at birth, and that's kind of the name that they stick with. Well, interestingly enough, when I was 50 years old, just 2 years ago, not very long ago, just 2 years, I decided to go by Yara. It would take me 2 years before I would actually make it official. Why did I do that? Well, let me take you back a few years. And I was first introduced to Judaism. I did not grow up Jewish, but I am Jewish now. So when I was first introduced to Judaism, I fell in love with it from the very beginning. And I had met a woman who she loved questioning the Bible just as much as I did. And we struck up a friendship. And one of the things that she noticed about me was my tenacity for being right. Good, bad, or indifferent, I had to be right. So she suggested the name Yara, and the spelling of that she had told me had meant to hit the mark. And being growing up Christian, that definitely resonated with me because I wanted to hit the mark. I wanted to make things right. I wanted to be right. So now fast forward, and my 50th birthday, there was just something about me. I wanted to give myself a a a gift that nobody else could give me, and that was a new name. And so at that point on, I told people to call me Yara. Everywhere I could, I would say use Yara. Obviously, on any official documents, I was still Sonia. But so Yara was the new name. Now we can fast forward to to May of 2025. And for some people, you know this, and some people you don't. But I was officially divorced from my fourth husband. Yep, four. So no judging, no judging. At least I can say I've committed, right? Well, maybe I should be committed. Anyway, so yes, I am officially single. I am a divorcee, and I'm proud of it. As a matter of fact, it's yesterday was 2 months. I've been divorced for 2 months now, and I can be happier, honestly. And so, as soon as my divorce was final, I submitted the paperwork to change my name because, as most of you may or may not know, in order to, the divorce decree, I could change back to a name that I've been previously documented with. But because Yara is not a name that I've ever been documented with, I had to get the judge to approve it. So, the beginning of June, I submitted my paperwork, and by the end of June, I had my court decree that said, yes, I am officially Yara Lynn. Now, I was born Sonia Lynn, and then my last name, right? But my last name wasn't even mine. It wasn't even genetically mine, biologically, not even mine. My mom was married to a man that wasn't my father, and because she had me in the hospital there where she was at, she kind of had to put she had to put his name on the birth certificate, so I got his name. So I kind of got stuck with the name that technically wasn't mine, but at least it matched at the time, right? It matched my brother, it matched my mom, and 2 years later, it would match my sister. So it was fine. We all matched. And it was fine for the time that I had it. And then I got married. Not once, not twice. Let's go 3 times. How about 4 times we'll get married? Okay. And every time I changed my name. Now, what I didn't do is I never went back to a previous name. I actually kept the name until I got married again and then changed my name that way. It was so much easier. I'm so glad I didn't change anything before. However, now I decided I am not changing my name again, even when I get married again. I said when, not if, but when, because I know it will happen. But I'm not changing my name again because the name that I have today, it is mine. It is all mine. I was given Sonia Lynn by my mother, and it means something to me. And Yara was given to me by my friend and my rabbi. So when I did my conversion, my rabbi asked me uh, the spelling of my name. And I gave him the one that my friend had given me. And he suggested something else. He added another letter to it in the Hebrewic spelling. And he added the ayin in there, which changed the meaning to blooming forest. Oh, that resonated. This past year, I've started into getting into art, and I love my paintings. And one of the things that stood out to me is I draw a lot of grass. I draw a lot of grounding, earthy type things. And so having blooming forests just absolutely resonated with me. And I was like, yes, that's it. And so Yara is something that was gifted to me, I believe, by my creator, by God. And so Yara Sonia Lynn is my new name, and I love it. Oops, sorry. Anna's coming to say hi. And as a friend of mine told me, Yara Lynn, she goes, it sounds like a country singer. And I'm like, well, that fits me. so so that is where I'm at. That's what I am doing. And so Yara Lynn, that is me. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for letting me share. Mwah.